We welcome you to our 2K Sports broadcast. Some great basketball in store for you. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo out there with Johnson. Then it's Moncrief. Then there's Robertson. And it's Abdul-Jabbar in at the 5 spot. And for Indianapolis, they've got Michael Jordan. Rodman is out there with Antetokounmpo. And it's Rose. And it's Iverson in at the point guard. It'll be Indianapolis off the tip. Michael Jordan on the wing. Launches it. It's hauled in by Giannis.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And if you look at what he's done over the last 3 years, Greg, is Giannis still getting better?
The numbers say yes. Field goal percentage, points per game. He's still a double-digit rebounder, an all-time great, breaking new ground.
Iverson gets the bucket.
Oh, nice stroke on Iverson's jumper. He looks so confident taking that shot.
Here's Robertson. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Look, he's the kind of player that has you awake at 3 a.m. asking yourself, how do I stop that?
And he gets the bucket.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Giannis with it. Kicks it out to Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Robertson's shot is off. Shot on the wing. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Iverson's got his second basket of the game.
Zero hesitation there. He decided to shoot before he even got it.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. On the wing, Johnson. Back to Robertson. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Abdul-Jabbar. And Abdul-Jabbar, that one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm. That's just poor defense there. You can't give up these kind of looks from the mid-range.
And so Don Nelson calls a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Ben Wallace, he's checked in for Dennis Rodman. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Ray Allen is checked in for Robertson. Moncrief the pass to Johnson. Abdul-Jabbar in the corner. Back to Johnson. Allen for the 3. Drills it from outside.
And this is Allen's game. One of the quickest releases we've ever seen. Amazing shooting off that pass.
The 3 from Iverson. And Indianapolis another 3.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Giannis. And Giannis throws it down hard.
How do you even come up with something like that? Giannis is an artist.
Here's Antetokounmpo.
How do you even come up with something like that? Giannis is an artist.
1:09 left in the first. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Abdul-Jabbar on the wing. Back to Antetokounmpo. Just 5 on the clock. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Well, this is the problem Giannis presents. Stopping him inside is such a challenge.
Antetokounmpo with the steal. This one for 3. And Giannis throws it down.
Great positioning helps him control the offensive glass, and then he quickly finds his own look.
Moncrief against Iverson. Some solid defense from Moncrief.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Count the basket. Abdul-Jabbar's got 6.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
Hits it from three-point range. Some great action here early as we end the first quarter. Clark in the top. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at Indianapolis's performance here. What have they been doing or not doing?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
Yeah, it's the kind of offense every coach loves to see. Selfless and smart.
It's stolen. And now it's Kemp running. He can go all the way.
And Kemp seems to relish contact on the way up. He just embraces all types of challenges.
Pass to Cummings. Back to Moncrief. And he banks in the layup.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for Indianapolis. Kemp a screen on Allen. Jordan. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. He's got 9.
And Jordan can score from anywhere on the floor. At least that's what he believes.
Pass to Moncrief. Puts up a 3. Allen's shot is off. Allen's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. And 3 from Jordan. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Indianapolis foul.
And so Don Nelson calls a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Abdul-Jabbar on the wing. Wallace covering. And he can't bank that one in. From deep, Rose buries it from three-point range. Rose has got the lead up to 5 now for Indianapolis. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Back to Robertson. Shot clock at 5. A smooth play inside by Abdul-Jabbar.
And just look at the grace, the agility, versatility that Jabbar brings to the center position. Can beat you in so many ways.
That's a heads-up play by her. Saw her teammate pop open and got the ball moving when she needed to.
Middleton can't get it to go.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking them up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Robertson passes to Middleton. And here is Abdul-Jabbar. Sinks that one from the post. 10 points here for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
The correct decision by Middleton, moving to his wide-open teammate, Chris, a terrific passer off the wing.
And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And the Bucks with some changes. Antetokounmpo comes in for Cummings. And Michael Redd is subbed in for Johnson. So with Jordan on the bench, here's the 5 for Mike D'Antoni right now. They've got Kemp. Iverson is out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Dennis Rodman. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. Indianapolis leading by 6. Here's Rose. It's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the rebound. On offense here, the Bucks. Red outside. Rodman with the rebound. And here's Anthony from the arc. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 3 assists now in this one. Milwaukee trails by 9. Robertson with it. And Rose picks him up defensively. Wasted no time on that one. Robertson's got his second basket. The 3 from Iverson, and Indianapolis another 3.
And it's encouraging seeing Iverson just bury the 3 ball. When he's got that shot going, he is basically unguarded. And they had some boxed coverage that turned into no coverage.
And here's Anthony from the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Anthony's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, I love the confidence off the catch. Not giving the defense any time to react.
And we talk about Middleton's accurate shooting often, but they are reminding us of his dunking ability as well.
And Rose wide open. He shoots. And Indianapolis another 3.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Kicks it out to Rodman. Back to Anthony. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Anthony's got 8 points.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot, and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Red outside. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. It's Indianapolis up by 16. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Make some noise and get ready for the big half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Drum line. They're thinking about the shot.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Allen Iverson.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Starting the second half, here's Don Nelson's 5. We've got Mycareer. On to Tacumbo out there with Johnson. Then it's Kareem, and it's Robertson in at the 1 spot. That one falls.
Unstoppable tonight, as he is most nights. Jabbar has all the offensive tools, but it also keeps to a strict fitness regimen that allows him to wear people down.
Robertson passing to Johnson.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Giannis a screen on Johnson. Jordan, that's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And that time, the screener rolls, and Jordan has room to get the shot he wants, makes a good decision to keep that one himself.
Indianapolis leading by 12. Smooth finish by Jordan in the interior.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And you're talking about one of the most decorated superstars in the history of college basketball, but maybe the most impressive feat.
Shooting two.
He won 3 national championships, and Kareem has a way of affecting winning.
Free throw drops for Abdul-Jabbar. That one is no good. And so Jordan will bring it up for Indianapolis. At one point, they led by 16.
And not just that, it's the energy and passion with which Iverson plays. It just feels like any shot he takes, he can make.
And so Don Nelson calls a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Here's Robertson. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Now, here is Jordan. 13 points in the game.
It's just one of those nights where Jordan can do no wrong offensively. And let's talk about the endurance to go along with it. Wow.
Here's Moncrief. Shoots the 3. Rodman grabs the miss. Rodman's got his 5th rebound in this one. Jordan. And he uses the glass on the layup. Jordan's got 8 here in the quarter.
And what you like there, Jordan never looks like he's rushed. Makes quick, solid decisions. I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Now here's Jordan. 17 points in the game. That doesn't go either for Jordan.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
Moncrief kicks to Johnson. 1:51 left in the third quarter of the game. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Moncrief. The offensive rebound. The shot comes out. Indianapolis leading by 16. Pass to Iverson. And it's out of bounds. Indianapolis able to retain possession here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Milwaukee making a switch. 1:33 left in the third. Rose hits the bucket.
Hey, if Rose can hit that shot, those driving lanes just get wider.
Moncrief the pass to Johnson. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Johnson. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Abdul-Jabbar's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Look, he's doing what he can to try to keep them afloat offensively, continuing to stay aggressive.
Wasted no time on that one. And Indianapolis leads by 20.
Well, that is Becker's game, hitting threes and stretching out the defense.
And here's Moncrief. And it's Abdul-Jabbar atop the key. And no good that time. Nice defense from Wallace. Carter inside the three-point line. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Milwaukee trails by 20. Pass to Moncrief. Now here's Johnson. Allen for 3. Vince Carter grabs the miss. Here Spears Beckers. And Indianapolis, another three.
It really doesn't matter where she is on the floor. She's a threat to pull up.
And Antetokounmpo gets it to go. Antetokounmpo's got 10.
Well, that's where you want to be, getting those easy money looks.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And so it's Indianapolis finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Stolen by Middleton. Pass to Robertson. Kicks it down to Middleton. And a miss there on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Shot's good by Anthony. And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
Yeah, teams do everything they can to protect against it. But at this point, all you can do is hope he's not gone for too long.
Michael Jordan.
Allen outside. Pass to Cummings. Allen right side. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level. Yeah, it's like he just keeps going up and up. Limitless vertical for MJ.
Abdul-Jabbar against Kemp. Abdul-Jabbar misses. And Indianapolis has possession. Here in the fourth quarter, the defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And that one drops. And that's now 19 points here for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Jordan looking it over Allen. And there's another one for Indianapolis.
Well, Jordan's jumper is just pure, especially at that range.
The shot's good from Robertson.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
From deep, Jordan, a three-pointer is right on target. Jordan's got 9 points now in the quarter.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Abdul-Jabbar on the wing. And it's Indianapolis with the rebound. Rodman's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Jordan the pass to Kemp. And there's a whistle. And that's going to go on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Here's Clark. Anthony in the corner. Misses the three.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Abdul-Jabbar sets the pick for Giannis. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
That's too easy for Antetokounmpo. This D's going to have to push him further from the basket.
Allen, that's good.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, That's certainly the way to do it.
Count it.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
And it's out of bounds. Indianapolis able to retain possession here.
For Indianapolis, number 3.
1:39 left here in the fourth quarter. Knocks down the three ball.
It's always a good idea to pass it to Clark. Get her something in rhythm.
Johnson outside. Giannis against Kemp. Here's Giannis. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Sean Kemp picks one up right there.
We're never afraid of some physicality. Giannis embraces that part of the game.
You know, Giannis just entered his 30s, coach, but he's already an all-timer.
He sure is, Kevin. Look, if his career ended now, this guy's still one of the best we've ever had in this league. Unfortunately for the rest of the league, he's still got a long way to go in his career, and they're going to have to deal with him for a long, long time.
Second team foul.
That free throw missing.
At the line for the Bucks, Oscar Robertson. 2 shots.
And he sinks the second.
And that's a situation where you must make them all to get back into the game.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Robertson. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
One of the most dominant scorers in the game today. Antetokounmpo takes pride in putting the offense on his shoulder.
A great dime. Kept her head up and made the right play.
Now here is Moncrief. Defense is right there. Here's Giannis. That's in, coming off the assist from Robertson.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on.
Yeah, it's so frustrating as a coach when it takes your team this long to get into a rhythm.
With the drop. Oh, my goodness. What a play.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
On the floor for Indianapolis, number 3, Ben Wallace.
15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Robertson outside. And so Indianapolis takes this one by a big margin. They poured it out a dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We thank you for watching. And now we present the player of the game, Michael Jordan. Welcome, everyone, to our 2K Sports broadcast. We have a great game on tap for you. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. We've got Thomas Hill out there with DeBusschere. Then there's Chauncey Billups, and it's Lanier in its center. And for Indianapolis, they've got Dennis Rodman. Derrick Rose is out there with Allen Iverson, and it's Michael Jordan, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the 5.
Here we go.
And it's the Pistons to start out. Thomas against Iverson. Outside Thomas. Over Iverson. Thomas gets the bucket.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And it is dangerous to let him get it going this early.
Jordan trying to free himself up. And it's Rose missing. Hill with it. Picked up by Rodman. It's stolen by Rodman. And Rose throws it down hard.
And without question, Derrick Rose is one of the most athletic players the league has ever seen. Right there, reminding us just what he can do.
Here's Billups. Pass to Thomas. About a minute played so far here in the first. Lets it go with the 3. Billups, no good. Outside Jordan. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
There's a ferocity and intensity to Jordan, but he also has the finesse and skill.
The 3 from Billups. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
And that's going to be a turnover. They called for 8 seconds.
Pistons ball.
Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And here's Jordan outside. And Indianapolis another 3.
Yeah, it's just amazing the hang time Jordan gets, even on a simple jumper.
Rose against Billups. 11 feet away. Billups with another miss. Indianapolis with the ball. It's a 3-point game. A nice shot by Jordan.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Rodman finds Rose. And Indianapolis another 3.
Hey, if Rose can hit that shot, those driving lanes just get wider.
And Larry Brown wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
And Coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
Yeah, you have to take a timeout in a situation like this. Stop the bleeding a bit and regroup.
Ben Wallace, he's checked in for Indianapolis. And a switcher also for Detroit. Wallace has checked in for Grant Hill. Here's Lanier. Wallace covering. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Jordan high post. For 3. And Indianapolis another 3.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they've come out with more energy and effort, and that's reflected in the score.
Giannis a screen on Billups. Rose driving in. Comes up empty down low.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
DeBusschere passes to Wallace. Wallace with a screen for Thomas. 5 to shoot. Over Wallace. Thomas, no luck. Indianapolis leading by 8. Left side, Jordan. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by Lanier.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
There's the drive. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Wallace. He can't get that one. Indianapolis with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Detroit trails by 8. He lobs it up.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. There's Rose with the 3. And the 3-ball is good. Rose has got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for Indianapolis. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Outside Billups. Wallace kicks to Thomas. Back to Wallace. That's in there. Thomas with the assist.
And as one of the strongest guys in the league, that's where Wallace wants to operate, down in the paint.
And the basket by Rose.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for Indianapolis. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we'll be back with you shortly. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Hey, guys, let's get your take on the hustle step. For Indianapolis.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And they're making their own luck with how hard they're playing, forcing turnovers and turning that into offense.
Down low, and it's Kemp slamming it down.
Yeah, once he gets to the rim, it's lights out. Kemp, just too much power and explosiveness.
Thomas kicks to Dumars. Back to Thomas. Pass to Hamilton. Wallace down low. Anthony on him. And he comes up with the deuce. Wallace has got 6.
A great finish off contact. Wallace flexing on these guys.
Goes up on the high post. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. 14 points for Jordan.
He has it all grooved in tonight. Coach should tell him to stay in attack mode. From the perimeter, he has a toughness and a willingness to go in amongst the trees and kind of mix it up.
Detroit making a switch. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Clark for 3. It's good from long range. Clark's got the lead up to 13 now for Indianapolis.
Shooting while in rhythm. The defense has got to be more mindful of her ability to pull up off the dribble.
Here's Howell. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Vince Carter on the wing. He's guarded by Hill. Kemp a screen on Hill. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. And Indianapolis, another 3.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead. Calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Count it. Good.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Kemp dishes to Carter. And good, coming on the assist by Kemp. Carter's got 6 in the quarter.
Look, you can't let shooters get their feet set. You have to run him off the catch.
And Larry Brown wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them.
Being no player, and the latter being often remembered for their hard-working blue-collar ethos, as the entire decade didn't see a single final series that did not feature one or both of these teams. However, the less savory aspects, like the racially tense dynamic of this rivalry, are often glossed over. People love to talk about Magic Johnson versus Larry Bird, but neglect the importance of acknowledging the great white hope narrative that was prevalent regarding Bird at the time.
Indianapolis making some changes. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Rodman. Crawford comes in for Jordan. And Iverson's subbed in for Clark.
In the 50s and 60s, they played the Lakers in 6 of them. Jerry West and
Quarter
Elton
two,
Baylor
and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
But they could not compete with Boston's team brand of play style.
Right side, Thomas over Iverson. Bank shot, no good. Indianapolis leading by 17. So with Jordan on the bench. Here's the 5 for Mike D'Antoni right now. Anthony out there, Kemp. And there's Allen Iverson. And there's Carter. And it's Crawford at the 2 guard. And Thomas has it in the corner. Outside Hill. Outside Phillips. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without a foul.
The drive by Iverson. Out to Anthony. Carter sets the pick for Anthony. Sinks the triple. And Indianapolis leads by 20.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. But he has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
Thomas. Pass to Lanier. The shot's good. Botman making the play.
He can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Indianapolis leading by 18.
He was still a very confident ball handler.
Iverson outside. Over Thomas. Iverson no good.
Man. And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You just got to keep taking great shots.
It's good from about 19 feet.
In the mid-range, Iverson can be so dangerous. He is just so skilled at making those shots.
Thomas passes to Billups. Gets the three-pointer ball. Billups has got 6.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Shot from the wing. Iverson, no
Well, should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Lakers and Celtics even both had a versatile third option that could do a bit of everything.
Out to the wing,
Boston,
to the paint,
Robert Harris,
and the call on the shot
really
sends him to the line.
And for LA, it was
that's on Allen Iverson.
Yeah, the defender all over.
It's his first trip to the line, and the first one at the line is good.
Red Auerbach was still the GM for the Celtics, and Pat Riley would go on to be on the Mount Rushmore of coaches in the NBA.
Second free throw,
These
no good.
dynasties of the 80s are often credited
Pass to
for
Jordan.
saving the NBA.
Fires from deep.
Like if I were to summarize the NBA,
Well, that's a gut punch to him to have. Just demoralizing.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. It's Indianapolis up 19. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The roster construction really couldn't have gone any better for either of these teams. They were just leagues above everyone else in their conferences, especially the Lakers, who would miss the finals just twice in the decade. It's easy to throw together a bunch of names. It is much harder to throw together a bunch of names that also complement each other's skill sets. But both of these teams managed to do that, not just with their top 3 guys, but also with a plethora of great role players.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. What a game we're seeing from Michael Jordan.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gets him.
So with Rodman on the bench, this is who Larry Brown has out there. We got Chauncey Billups. DeBusschere is out there with Hill. Then there's Thomas. And it's Lanier in the middle spot.
And how about that? What a sensational event.
You got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Last to Jordan. The three. Good. And it's Iverson who picks up the assist. Iverson's got 3 assists now in this one.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Indianapolis wins by 21. Pass to Iverson. From past the arc. Jordan outside. Those 3 pointers off the mark.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Rose passes to Rodman. And then Rodman with the dunk.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so light.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. And Larry Brown wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
Well, they failed to break this guy's rhythm. Maybe a break in the action will help.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Hill with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. And the shot goes in from Lanier.
Nice dish. That's how you run the two-man game.
Indianapolis leading by 21. Jordan looking around. Off target from three-point range. Now the Pistons with it, and Hill has it in the corner. Here's Lanier, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster chance.
I'll tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
And Iverson throws it down.
Well, as much scoring as Jordan does, the only thing he really cares about is that the team wins.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Outside Billups. Thomas is screen on Rose. The 3 from Billups. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Billups has gone just 2 for 8 from the field. Right there at 24. Oh, look at this.
Oh, my goodness. The creativity, the athleticism of Michael Jordan.
Outside Hill. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Thomas, no good. And Indianapolis has possession. Jordan, they get it back. Outside Rose. Indianapolis keeps it going with the new 14-second shot clock. From deep, Jordan. Detroit with the rebound. Lanier's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Hill passes to DeBusschere. Right side Billups. The 3. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got 5 assists in the game. And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. Indianapolis making some changes. Wallace is checked in for Rodman. Carter comes in for Rose. And it's Crawford in for Allen Iverson. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Wallace is checked in. And here's Jordan outside. It's rebounded by DeBusschere. Detroit trails by 20. 1:11 left to play in the third. And the shot goes in from Lanier.
And guys, he's been a problem this defense has not been able to solve tonight. Lanier using that size along with the skill set to fully affect this game.
Well, the defense was a little soft. He felt free to take that shot.
Pass to Thomas. From 15 feet away, and it's sent back by Wallace.
And this is why Wallace is an elite-level defender. Has a great sense of timing for when to rise up and contest shots.
Well, this is why you can't get lazy on defense. When you leave someone open, this is what happens.
Wallace outside. Thomas kicks to Wallace. Pass to DeBusschere. Wallace outside. 4 on the clock. And there's Isaiah Thomas, the assist by Wallace. Thomas got 7.
Well, maybe the defense thinks they can live with that, but he's pretty consistent from that mid-range area.
Oh, the officials are all over that.
Indianapolis shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Talent is this obviously the exception? Not exactly. Actually, he's a concept.
And he knocks down the first one. Detroit making a switch here. And so Jamal Crawford nails both of them. Here's Howell. Antetokounmpo defending. Howell can't hit. Jordan way outside. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Indianapolis in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
Yeah, that's great decision-making, and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Dumars dishes to Billups. Pass to Howell. And here is Wallace. Clock is at 3. Kemp with the rebound. Indianapolis leading by 23. The 3 from Anthony. Nailed from three-point line.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? Start asserting himself. They need him to take command of this game.
Rose scanning the floor. And it's Kemp at the elbow.
Rose has shown himself capable of knocking down that 3 when he's got some daylight.
Wallace right side. Stolen by Rodman. Rose goes in, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here, the hustle stats for Indianapolis.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
And already, Rose may be the most athletic point guard in the league. Amazing quickness to go with that leaping ability.
Billups, no good. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball. What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
Indianapolis with the ball. Big run right now going for them, 11-2. And the Pistons with possession. It's Thomas on the wing. Pass to DeBusschere. Stolen by Rose. Anthony left side. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 3 assists in the game. Anthony's gone 4 for 4 from the field. Perfect so far. Up top to Busher. Over Anthony. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body line. Oh my goodness, that is an outstanding finish.
Oh, my. You might get in trouble if you blow that. He nailed it.
He did, didn't he? It's worth the risk when the payoff is so good.
Well, from a coaching standpoint, I'm obligated to say, what's wrong with just a simple layup? But that was nice.
Down low. And it's Hill with the jam.
Well, when you're giving up dunks like that, you know you're not doing enough defensively.
And stolen by Billups. Takes a 3, and he's good on the 3 ball.
And Billups is a shoot-first point guard, someone ready and willing to let that one fly.
Here's Clark, and they cash in right away with a quick shot.
Nice release on her mid-range jumper there, giving the shot the perfect amount of power.
It's taken away by Wallace. Allen passes to Rose. Good on the triple. Rose has got 22.
This is how lethal Rose can be on offense, and it's because of that high motor he possesses.
Hill looking it over. Here's to Busher. Rebound by Wallace. And so it's Rose bringing it up for Indianapolis. They've allowed just 7 points here in the 4th quarter. Rebounded by the Pistons. Lanier the pass to Thomas. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
The only way he was getting to the hoop was to use the double clutch.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
And they'll get another chance. The 3 from Anthony sinks the 3-pointer.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire 4th quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the 3-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep right.
And so Indianapolis takes this one by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Along with Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us for this one on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Derrick Rose.
Retired and or playing baseball and having the winningest season of all time while they were at it with 72 wins in 1996. It took Jerry Krause and the Bulls 3 seasons to actually start taking action to build the Bulls into a contender. And it would take 6 early exits for this dynasty to actually begin. The window for winning at the highest level, once you have your guy to build around, closes faster than most general managers seem to think, which is why I think Jerry is up there with Red as one of the greats at this whole management thing. Sure, he got lucky and drafted the GOAT, or at least the GOAT for his era. And the talent on the floor matters a lot, but that doesn't mean Jerry Krause doesn't deserve a lot of credit. Between Magic, Bird, and Jordan, the NBA had a renaissance or two over about 20 years. And the paradigm that shifted the most was arguably the increased significance of superstar power, like that of these 3 legends. But it's still on management to assemble that perfect environment to allow that legend to be legendary. I don't know, this video is long as fuck. And while this Bulls dynasty epitomized the near-perfect approach for urgently building around your superstar, the dynasty that followed it was one founded less on team harmony and more on team friction. Just like how Magic and Bird reached the peak of their powers in tandem and rivaled each other their whole careers, the basketball gods saw fit to place another rival pair of basketball prodigies of historic proportions in the NBA at the same time. But this go around, they were on the same team. Because why not? Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal had beef. We all probably know that. Sadly, I think we know it a little bit too much because it puts a real negative spin on the three-peat that these two pulled off. The likelihood of this duo even coming to be seems extremely rare. If Kobe made the more conventional decision to go to college for a year after high school, he almost certainly wouldn't have gotten drafted low enough for Vlade Divac to be enough to trade for him. And the way LA landed Shaq was also because of an incredibly odd gaffe by the Orlando Magic, a real lesson in terms of what not to do with generational talent. In the 96 offseason, the self-proclaimed most dominant player of all time was going into his 5th year. Up to this point in his young career, he averaged 27 points, 12.5 rebounds, and 2.8 blocks, while shooting nearly 60% from the field, including winning a scoring title in his 3rd season, being a 2nd in MVP voting, and even making a finals appearance. He was utterly unstoppable.
They changed how you had to construct your roster. You had to have 2 or 3 bigs just for fucking fouls. Not like good bigs. We just need bigs there. We need big bodies.
But his rookie contract was up. And if I was the general manager of the Magic, or at least at the bare minimum, a fan of the Magic, I would want to re-sign this guy no matter what. Hell or high water, Shaq is a member of the Magic going into that next season. Orlando wanted to lowball Shaq, and the penny pinching proved to be not a good move when it comes to these superstars. First, Orlando offered a seriously under-market contracts. Then they came back with something a little better, but still short of what LA was capable of offering. And ultimately, the difference in dollars offered was around $20 million. Considering how the perceived value of the Magic, is it even perceived? It's like objective. I don't even think it's perceived. It definitely had to have been shit from there. They didn't get playoff revenue, let alone fucking finals revenue. Considering how the value of the Magic as a franchise would likely tank as soon as the Diesel left town, it'd probably be a good business decision to spend that money, right? Right? Well, they did it. And Shaq went to LA, and the rest is history. Kobe and Shaq arrived in Los Angeles at the same time in 1996. One an extremely young rookie, the other an established powerhouse. And together, they'd become, in my opinion at least, the best duo of all time, and for me, it's not particularly close. And I think what allowed them to be so dominant is how complementary their skill sets were. There have been other duos that featured 2 top 8 or so NBA players, but none of them fit as well together as Kobe and Shaq. Shaq was a dominant scoring force inside the paint. However, outside of the paint, he was useless.